Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Thanks very much for tuning in to this FGXpress webinar. This is a business overview presentation. Lots to get through today. Welcome to everybody still joining us as we speak. We're pulling people in not only from the Moneymaker Network, but from other teams that are all involved with FGXpress as we speak. It's great to have you all here. Very quick hello to Deborah and Erin and Gary Trapman. Hi, Gary. Colin Rouse is here, David Atkin, my dad's here, hi, Gunther's here, Ian, Jacqueline, Jean-Pierre from Belgium is here, and many, many more, Kathy, John, as we're going down. People still coming in as we speak. Guys, what I would like to do is get on with this as quick as possible. There's a lot of slides to go through. I've taken some out today, but there's still a lot of information to impart over to you. What I really want to emphasize before I'm starting is that this is a business overview. We're going to be doing it this time every single week, and I'm going to tell you some information that we'll be doing it on one link that you will not have to wait for again. You're going to have an ability where you can go in, create your own link, and that link will remain constant for the foreseeable future. So that gives you the peace of mind that you can simply, once you've created your own unique link for FGXpress, you can start to mail out and contact everybody, knowing that that link will be obviously enabling people to join your business. More about that coming up very shortly. But presume from here on in, every single Monday, 12 noon PST, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. UK, and 9 p.m. Central European Time. This is where FGXpress is going to be. There's all sorts of other things going on as well, but we'll go into that as we go through. Jeremy is also here today on a much better connection. I'm delighted to say he can probably hear me. Mr. Bly, if he can, he's full of flu, so you can feel sorry for him if you want to.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, luckily I've got you to do most of the talking this evening. But you know me, I don't make too much of a fuss about these things. I just get on with it. And happy birthday, by the way, Lee.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Those
Appreciate
that don't know,
it.
it's your birthday.
Yeah, thanks for telling the world.
Business, but you know, it's. I think everybody would join me in wishing you a very happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I had a lot of very nice wishes today, so that really was very much appreciated. Lovely to wake up to, so thank you. Okay, if you're here for the first time, I can see a lot of you that have just been sitting on the fence looking at what's going on with FGXpress. Let me tell you that it's been an incredible 2 weeks, really, since we've got back from Utah and doing our own due diligence and having a look at the company. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take you through the product briefly. We're going to look at the pay plan in detail. Don't worry if you don't get your head around it completely. We are going to record this for you, so it will be available for you to watch back. We're going to keep it in under an hour, so I've got a lot to race through, and we're going to do a Q&A at the end. Got some really exciting stuff at the end to show you, so please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. I think when you see what we're going to show you and introduce you to at the end, you'll be amazed and also delighted at the same time. So hold your questions to the end. We'll go through them all together, and let's get it underway. So FGXpress, the first real global business opportunity. Let me just expand on that very briefly. FGXpress, which is a division of Forever Green, a 10-year-old publicly traded company, want to be the first company to globally submit and roll out their product to the world in every single country around the world. Already in over 160 countries, members are joining by their thousands every week. There's way beyond 20-odd thousand now, and it's growing, I would think, probably almost by those numbers each month. So compare that maybe to other businesses that you've looked at, and the product's not even launched officially. It's been in pre-launch for 10 months, and it's going mad. It really is. It's going to be launched officially on the 27th of March. So for a company that is 10 years established, very, very financially stable, and are now have had this one particular product or division in pre-launch for 10 months, you can tell they really have got it right. So what we're going to look at now is we're going to go into a little bit about the product and also, most importantly, how much you can make within this business. So to recap, there's over 20,000 members already in the pre-launch stage. There is one product that we're dealing with and one price. And it ships anywhere in the world for just $4.95. So just think about that for a moment. You can market this business globally. You can have inquiries coming in from any country in the world, and you can get that product to them for $4.95. It works. The product itself works on 100% of the people, 100% of the time. That means it works on everybody. And what I would ask you to do is please kind of move past the oh well, I need to get some samples on my way to you. Let me tell you, we've done massive amounts of test cases. If you want to speak to me personally, I'll happily go through them with you. But I've done 7 myself, varying from cancer patients through osteoarthritis, through COPD. You name it, we've covered it. Everybody else has done the same. So what I'd like you to do is just accept the fact that this product works, guaranteed. So the FDA have said so. They've checked it, they've tested it, and they've issued a Class 1 medical device certification or listing. So if you can just get to the point of saying, well, okay, if it really is that good, talk to me about the business plan. We appreciate, you're going to want to see your own test cases, but that should not be something that's stopping you from getting involved. And I'll explain why as we go through. So what is the product? Well, it's something called Power Strips. If you've not heard about it now or prior to now, you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. It is a means of being able to deliver all natural pain relief. That has 2 or 3 huge benefits. First of all, you get away from prescription medication. And Ron Williams, the CEO of the company, has his own very personal story, which was the catalyst for him developing this product in the first place. But you're now going to be in a position where you can offer somebody a power strip, tell them to stick it where it hurts, and watch them come back to you very quickly, normally within 48 hours, to say, how I can't believe the life-changing experience. We've had stories of people that have been 20 years, 10 years in all sorts of pain. They've become very accustomed to prescription medication. I have a family member like that myself. To be able to deliver something that gives that pain relief without the requirement of taking something that could be addictive, and it's a big problem here in the US and certainly a big problem in Utah where Forever Green are based, then it's a great thing to be able to do. It's a blessing to be able to give somebody that gift and say, hey, just try this, put it on where it hurts, follow these instructions, and I know you'll be wanting to talk to me about it straight after. So there's the one product. We're talking about one product shipped anywhere in the world. It's totally unique. It's patented. It received for the first time ever a Class 1 medical device listing from the Food and Drug Administration in the USA. It's about to receive the same in Europe. It's going through the authorities in Belgium for the whole of Europe and will be CE certified. So let's just recap. You've got one product at one price that ships anywhere in the world for $4.95. It's all natural. It's listed as a Class 1 medical device, and it works on 100% of the people 100% of the time. Can you imagine giving somebody knowing that they're going to get the result that you're telling them? It can't work differently because of the science from one person to the other. The only thing that can differ from person to person is the ailment that they're actually struggling with, and that can determine that it may be instead of taking 45 minutes on person A, could take 24 hours on person B, maybe 48 hours on person C, and that's why we suggest issuing 3 samples. I know I'm rushing through these. You'll understand we've got a lot to get through, but it is recorded. You can watch this again. I'd like to just very quickly play you a very short 1.5-second video from Dr. Salcedo, who will explain exactly how the product works.
Power strips by FGXpress. And in particular, I want to focus on the germanium that's been incorporated in each of the strips. The germanium produces heat, and the heat relieves pain. Now I'm going to show you a series of far infrared images that demonstrates this heat in the tissues of the body. You'll see a series of images of before and after application of a power strip to the human body. What you should observe is something very interesting. Before the power strip, you'll see images of an arm or a leg, perhaps a back. There's even an image on the face. If you look at the image beforehand, you'll see that the energy of the image looks diminished, lower. But after the power strip is applied, it's clear that the energy, the far infrared energy coming off the individual, is increased. You'll see this as a darker red. This is very important to understand. So you've seen a series of images that clearly demonstrate that there's an increase in the far infrared energy in the tissues of the body. So how does this happen? The germanium that's incorporated in the strip actually reflects far infrared energy into the tissues, which in turn causes an increase in heat. This heat relieves pain. In fact, we have a Class 1 medical device listing with the Food and Drug Administration. This is absolutely unique in the industry. In fact, in all of the reading that I've done, in all the research that I've done, I've never seen anything quite like this.
If you weren't quite sure how it works, that will give you an understanding. And the technology is quite exceptional. To have an ability, and you saw there from the slides, and I think that's just so powerful. And as I said to you earlier on, please don't think it works differently from one person to another. Although there are minor variations, the technology basically does the same thing for everybody. If you're questioning, how it works and does it work, the answer simply is yes. You saw it right there. And, as I say, I'd like you to take that leap of faith and just understand that it does exactly what we're explaining it does. Don't wait, because you're going to have a lot of people in this business ahead of you. If you sit there and you're thinking of getting started and you want to wait for your samples to arrive and they could take up to 10 days to get to you, then you're going to give them out to somebody and then you're going to get exactly the same reply of what we've already been through ourselves, and you're 2 or 3 weeks down the line. If you're going to get started, trust me, get started now. Much prefer, I put some specific deals to people and say, look, if you're worried about the samples, don't worry about that. If you have a problem and it genuinely, suddenly, miraculously does something different for your test case than it has to mine, I'll give you your money back. No problem. That's from me to them. I'm not saying that's what you want to do, but that's how confident we are with the power strip's ability. So please don't wait for the samples to get there. Just get into the business, get your foot in the water, and speak to your inviter to find out exactly the best way to get started. And we're going to go through that. As I said at the bottom there, I mean, it's got FDA approval. This is unique, as you heard Dr. Salcido saying. It's the first time ever that such a product has been issued, a Class 1 medical device by the Food and Drug Administration. That carries weight worldwide. And the fact, obviously, it's going through and getting CE certification in Europe obviously qualifies it. Not that it's any different, but it means that you've got that sanction within the European market as well. So, Jeremy, if you want to come in at any time, I'm going to be racing, so just jump in and stop me anytime you wish to. Let's take a look at how you get started in FGXpress and how you can share it with others very easily. So first of all, it's a little bit like Costco. You'll see on my next slide, you have to pay an annual membership of $12 to be able to buy the product. Now, for that, not only do you get access to the product to go in and buy whatever you want, but you get direct pricing. You get your very own customized website. So in other words, if you suddenly go in and buy some product for yourself, and let's say that you're looking at the product at the moment as opposed to the business opportunity, you can buy the product. You'll be given your website automatically in a responding email. And then as you see it work incredibly well for you, you're going to be able to go out and share it with other people. And rather than sending them back to me, for example, and saying, look, go and order them from Lee, if you're in the business yourself with your own website, you just give anybody else that wants to order your link and they order from you. You've got a professional web office. You've got business marketing tools, expert training, a whole host of there for $12 a year. I spend a lot more than that when I go to Costco and pay for my membership, as you can see here. So the bottom line is, just to re-emphasize, you have to be a member to be able to buy the product. Now, let's take a look at the compensation plan. There are 5 streams of income. There is a 25% fast start bonus that's paid weekly. You're sounding really well, Jeremy.
Pardon me, Lee.
That's all right, sir. So that's paid weekly. Let me tell you that FGXpress, their week ends, and this is why we do these business overviews on a Monday, their week ends at midnight on Mountain Standard Time US. That's 1 hour shorter than Pacific time, so 7 hours behind the UK, for example. And when they close the business at midnight, you get paid on Friday. So just think about that. Effectively, you wake up Tuesday morning, your business is done for the week, and you're going to be paid on Friday, like clockwork. We can talk about all these different businesses that we've seen out there, rev shares and so on. But the most important thing is that you're in a business with a real product that works for everybody, that's unique, that's patented, and most importantly, you get paid on time. As it says here, there is a $100-$200 X-Tribe bonus that is paid monthly. I'm going to go into that in some detail. There is either an 8 or 12% team bonus that's paid weekly, and I would want 12% every single time. I'm not interested in the 8%, and I'll show you how you can guarantee that. There is also a 25% or a 50% check match paid weekly. So look at those. There's 3 of them on there that are paid every single week. So you can go out, you can go to work, you can introduce this business to people, and you know that you're going to receive your money on the Friday. And there is also a cash rank bonus that we'll take a look at as well. So power strip packs, well, there are 15 power strips in each pack. To get the optimum benefit from them, they last around 48 hours. You should be changing them every 48 hours. So in theory, if they last 2 days, you're getting 15 in a pack. You've got a full month's supply at a direct price of $59.95. For each pack like that, you receive 50 qualifying points, which is cumulative volume. And shipping worldwide, anywhere in the world, with that product for just $4.95. Time frame for delivery obviously varies from country to country. So every 4 weeks, you can qualify for either 1 or 2. So in other words, 15 power strip packs, 1 or 2 of them, and depending on what you set your auto ship on, and I would urge you not to go for the 50, you need to go for the 100 QV. That means 2 packs of power strips. Once you've bought your initial supply, and we'll talk to you about the right package to come in on in a moment, you then set your auto ship so that every month you've got some samples, 2 packs of samples being sent to you. In other words, 30 power strips. Now that might sound a lot, but that's only enough for 10 people. We recommend that you give every person at least 3 to try. That gives them 6 days supply to try back to back, each one lasting 48 hours. That way, if they're just not sure whether they were having a good day today and the pain has subsided, you can actually give them a great demonstration period for 6 days. Now, if you've got 2 packs coming to you, that's only enough for 10 people that you can share that with in a month. And that's why we urge you to go with the 2 pack rather than the single. Now, there are some very, very good financial reasons for doing that also. So let me go through that now. But first of all, what are you going to do? Well, if you're looking at this as a business rather than just to buy some product, and I think the product users become business users anyway, because when they see it works so well, you're going to want to tell everybody about it anyway. So what do you do? Well, what you're going to do from a business perspective, first of all, is you're going to want to come in and find 4. And here's Jim, Pam, Ben, and Mary. You're going to bring those in and enroll them into the business. Now, what happens is you're going to share it. You're going to bear in mind you're going to come in. You're going to make a decision to get started. We'll talk to you about the best way of doing that, some tips and tricks to really get your business off to a flying start. But once you've done that, you're going to share it with a few other people that you know, people that maybe are in pain or that would like the business opportunity, or maybe a bit of both. And as they enroll, they go into a holding tank, which is what you see on the right-hand side. All that simply means is that you are going to decide where you actually place them in your business. Now you see there's a center line here on the right hand side, right the way down the middle, and you're going to have one leg to the left and you're going to have one leg to the right, and you decide who goes where. Now this is a real strategic place because this is the first time I can honestly tell you that I've been involved in a business where I can help everybody. We do our thing with this group and these sort of webinar presentations, but I mean financially help everybody. And I can do that by placing people in certain locations underneath them. And I'm going to come on to that in just a moment. So as you see here, the compensation plan pays some of the commissions when people get enrolled. And I've said to you that's where they're paid weekly. And sometimes they're paid on where you place people. Now, again, if you're not totally clear on this, don't worry, watch it back again from the recording, or feel free to ask any questions at the end. So as you can see, Jim here has enrolled Anne, and Jim has obviously come in and placed Anne directly under him. He's made that decision where he's physically placed Anne. He's taken her out of his holding tank and slotted him in that position you see there. Now, as it says, your enrollment tree has no limit of people per level, but your placement tree will always be a two-legged structure. In other words, you've always got two legs, as I said, one to the left from you and one to the right from you. And you just place people like this wherever you want them on those legs. The important thing is always to keep it balanced, and talk to your team member or inviter and they'll explain the importance of keeping it balanced as we go through. So, of course, as you keep enrolling people, they'll be on your front line. And as you enroll people, you know you're going to get a fast start bonus. We'll come on to that in a moment. And as you're placing people, likewise, you're going to be getting a team bonus from the placement. And people above you, like me, if I'm above you, I'm going to be placing people in my downline, and I'm going to be physically talking to you on a week-by-week basis if you're part of my team. And that's what we do. We communicate and say, look, I'm out of balance. I spoke with Linda earlier on this week and said, Linda, I'm out of balance on my left side. If you're putting anybody in, could you put them on my left side for me? And sure enough, that's what we do. It makes no difference to the person above. They're getting paid anyway. They're just able to help you with placing people either on your left side or right side, wherever you prefer. So as I said, the important thing is to keep it balanced wherever possible. You'll never have it balanced all of the time, especially as you start to see the numbers grow. And when you're starting to talk about 20,000 people a month joining the business, then of course it's very, very difficult to get it balanced, because it's not just you putting people on the right or putting people on the left. You've got people above you dropping people in here all the time. So it's forever changing the picture. Okay, so you can see now the speed with which you can grow your business, because if we're all doing a little and we're all placing people on the left or the right side, you can start to see the numbers growing very rapidly. And the reason that FGXpress has grown to the level that they have done and make those comparisons numbers, over 20,000 members currently, growing by that probably a month at the moment. It is growing probably faster than any other business I know out there at the moment. And I'm thinking of 3 or 4 substantial businesses that most of you would know. Those numbers are on hold of, and it hasn't even officially globally launched. And that's because why? It's because it's patented, it's unique, it's got FDA Class 1 medical device listing. Nobody else has this product anywhere in the world, and it can ship to anybody for $4.95, and it works on everybody. When you've got a product you can hang your hat on like that, that's why people want to get involved. You've got complete confidence you can give it to somebody and know they're going to get a great result. So let's look at the 5 ways that you get paid. Well, first of all, on the enrollment side, just for getting people started, there are 3 bonuses: Fast Start, X Tribe, and Matching. I'm going to go into details with those very shortly. On the placement side, when you're physically putting people in your positions after emptying them from the holding tank, there is a team bonus and a rank advance bonus. Don't worry about taking all that in. It'll all fall into place anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is there is a lot of money here to be made. So let's look at the Fast Start bonus. This is something you can get instantly. So whenever you enroll someone new, you can earn 25% commission from their first order. So in other words, let's say there's you and you've bought Jim in. Jim's come in, let's say, for example, with a twin pack. Okay, he's bought a twin pack of product, and that entitles you to 100 points of qualifying value. You get 25% of that, in other words, $25. So if that's today, you've got somebody joining today, and that person, Jim, joins you. Your business closes at midnight. On Friday, you will have received $25, providing you qualify. And let me explain what the qualification is as we go through. So on the Fast Start, you'll get that irrespective of qualification, but I'll go through that as we roll through. Second example here, you can see here you've enrolled 4 people now. 4 people have got started, all in the same way on a twin pack, and I'm not saying that's the right way to start. I'll come on to that in a moment, but this is an example. And you make $25 per person. That's $100 instantly as a Fast Start payment. Now at the bottom you can see that a twin pack effectively gives you $25 in Fast Start bonus. A lateral pack at $519 gives you $75, and the lateral pack at $1450 gives you $100 Fast Start bonus, all paid on the Friday following the close of the week. So there's the first one. The second one is the X Tribe bonus. So what does that mean? Well, you get a bonus that's rewarding you once a month, every 4 weeks, for having one X tribe with 1,000 points in it. So the bonus is really your first play in the game. It's really what you're going to focus on. And that's simply, once you've joined, very, very easily talking to 4 people and then getting them to do exactly the same thing. So you're going to talk to 4 people, explain how the business works. You don't even need to explain it. You just bring them here on a Monday and we'll explain it for you. And then they're going to go on and do the same. And once you've got 1,000 qualifying points, you'll find that you then qualify for your X Tribe bonus. And this is paid on the enrollment tree, as you see here. So it's not about placing people, it's about simply as they join. So providing you maintain at least 4 people as active enrolled members, then they will in turn go out and start talking to other people, and you just need to achieve a figure of 1,000 QV to achieve your first X Tribe. Now that X Tribe, it's really the focus of what you do day in and day out. You find 4 people and then help them get 4 and so on. They are personal enrolled members. These are not people that are placed underneath you by others. These are people that you're personally enrolling. Now, here's the important thing, going back to what I was saying about why you don't want to come in on a single pack. If you come in to the business at a minimum of a twin pack here, then your X Tribe bonus will be $200 as and when you've reached your 1,000 points. If you come in on a single pack and reach your 1,000 points, you will only receive a $100 bonus. That's why, as far as I'm concerned, this here is a non-starter. That's just my personal view. Of course, you're going to get people, product customers, that just want a single pack. They're going to come in. They go into your tree in the same way. And they just want to use the product. They may never have any intention of passing it on to somebody else, but I'm pretty sure that when they have the experience, they all know somebody that could benefit, and then they may even send that person back to you to order it, at which point you have a decision to make. Why not re-educate the user and say, look, why don't you just use your website? You've got your own link. Get John to order from you, Brian, and you're going to make the money instead of giving it to me. The team bonus. Let's take a look at that. Well, this is where this is very, very different. It's where we all play a very large part in everybody else's business. This is based on you placing people in either your left or your right leg. So again, here we go left or we go right. Everybody has the 2 legs. Now, as people are placed, you see you've got Jim, Ben, Ann on the left side, Pam, Mary, and Pete on the right. And you're going to get paid a team bonus. Now, in order to qualify for that team bonus, you must have at least 1 person on the left side and 1 person on the right. So if we go back here, and let's say that you'd enrolled all of these, you've got 1 person on the left and you've got 1 person on the right, and you need to have 500 points in your smallest leg. Okay, whichever one it is, because your team bonus is paid on the smallest leg. So if you've got more on the left than you have on the right, here we've got more on the right than we have on the left. So here we've got 15,000 points to the right, 10,000 to the left. The bonus itself will be paid on the lower leg. Okay, and that bonus is either going to be 8% or it's going to be 12%. Now, as I said right at the beginning, I'm not interested personally in the 8%. That could be a lot of money. I work with the 12%, and therefore that's the other reason why I was on a twin pack monthly order ship. I wanted to make sure that I was going to get the 12% and not the 8%. Jeremy, anything you'd like to add at this point as I'm racing through?
No, I think you're doing a stellar job. But just in regards to the 8 and 12%, you're absolutely right. Anybody that's a consumer, you can see why they'd buy a single pack. Anybody that considers themselves an entrepreneur and it's a business opportunity, it shouldn't even enter your head in the choice between the 2. And the other thing as well, I just want to sort of probably labour on this point. Actually, I speak to a lot of people, obviously on the daily business, who want to get started in business, and sometimes what they look at, rather than actually look at, well, what's the best deal for me? What can I make the most money out of? They immediately, before they've even started their business, they look at what they're doing as a monthly bill. Now, I'm here to tell you, if you look at your business as a monthly bill, you're doomed to fail right from the offset. You've got to look at it as not as a bill, but you've got to look at it as a vehicle to make money. And the minute you start looking at it as a bill, oh, I don't know if I can afford X amount per month, or you're looking at it as a bill, and it's completely the wrong way to look at it. So double pack every step of the way it has to be, unless you are just considering just using the product.
Yeah, great advice. And it's 30 samples, guys, on a double pack. 30, that's only 10 people you can share this with. And when we show you the tools that are now ready for you to grow your business that we're going to give to you, you'll be inundated. You're probably going to find 300 samples are not enough. You control that. But I came in at 1450 on the biggest pack I possibly could, because I needed loads of samples to start sharing with people. And very quickly you've got 18, 19, 20 people in the business, because they're trying them, they're putting them on, they're working, they're coming back. Wow, I can't believe the result I've had. Tell me more about this. I'd like to now give it to so and so and so and so. That's how this thing is growing out. So you need to make sure you are on that twin pack. I've covered those points.
Yeah, and you've got to look at it as a marketing. You've got to look at it as a marketing costly. It's basically the more samples you're sending out, providing you're following up with people properly, the more money you're going to make. So it really is as simple as that. You've got to look at your product that you're buying as a marketing cost.
And it's zero risk, guys, because this is not a rev share. You're not sticking some money in a fruit machine and hoping that's going to come up with 3 cherries. What you're talking about here is that you're buying samples. You're joining the business. You're committing to the business. You're buying some stock. And I know if you speak to your team, though, I've said to people loads of times, I said, look, don't worry about it. Just get in the right way, but make sure it is the right way for you to make a success of this business. Don't come in and suddenly, and you'll see when we go through some points in a moment, and then ring me and say, oh, I need some more samples, because I appreciate everybody, financial circumstances are different, and sometimes that limits you. But if you can at all, you can always get more, but if you can, get started in the right one. We're going to show you some very good reasons why you need to do that. This slide here just basically means that once the week is finished, when you go back to this one here, because they've based things on the lower figure, you can see here they're going to pay you on a team bonus of 10,000, and you can see there at 12% paid on 10,000. That's $1,200 a week on its own. They'll subtract the 12 from the larger leg that you've got here, and you start next week on 5 on the right hand side, and so on. You move forward. Again, lots of slides to get through. If it's not totally clear, be more than happy to go through. The bottom line is, guys, the product works. These are 5 ways to get paid, and you're an inviter, or we can on a one-to-one basis just take you through these step by step until you're totally clear. It very, very quickly sinks in. But the important thing to realize on the team bonus is this is a team game. Everybody is placing people above you, underneath you. So you're getting help. You're going to get that 12% if you're on a twin pack, 12% and not 8%, paid to you weekly by your teammates placing people underneath you. Just think about that for the moment. So somebody that might be bringing in 20 people a week, you want to keep on good terms with them and talk to them daily. Just say, look, if you do get anybody, please put them on my right side. I'm not quite balanced here. I want to try and keep my left and right balanced. Build relationships and build this as a team. And that's the way we're all working at the moment, which is just great. It's a real different ball game. So as it said there, everything starts with X tribes. It all follows on. You don't need to make it complicated. Just think about getting 4 people who then in turn go out and get 4, who go out and get 4. And suddenly the team starts to build. The rank bonuses and the checkmate bonuses and fast start bonuses will all flurry from simply going and getting 4 people. So keep it in small bite-sized pieces. Now, this is the big one. This is what we call check match. Now, this is paid on enrollment. That simply means that if you are bringing people in personally, you will qualify once you reach a certain rank, which is a 2-star rank, you will qualify for check match. So let me just explain what check match is. That means that, let's say back here you've brought in Jim, Pam, Ben and Mary. They've come into the business. Now Jim's gone on and let's say starts to build his downline and generates a significant commission each week. You are entitled, once you reach the 2-star qualification here, and there's a way I'm going to tell you that you can jump to that instantly today if you're looking at this business, not waiting to build 2 X tribes over the period of 4 weeks, 5 weeks, however long it's going to take you to get there, because if you're going to do that, you're wasting a lot of money. You can come straight in at 2-star, and I'm going to show you how you can do that, and instantly receive a 25% check match bonus. That means that anybody that you personally enroll, whatever they earn themselves that week, and think about the fast starts and all of those, whatever they earn that week, you receive 25% of it weekly as a check match payment. Now, let's just take that a notch further. Once you get to 3-star, which is only 3 times getting 4, who then go out and get 4, and so on. And if you come in at the 2-star anyway, you're only 1 star away. Now, here you then earn 50%. So let's take a look at that in more detail. And you can see as you move through the rankings, you also bring in 10% on the second level, then 10 on the second and third, and so on as you go through. So how do you qualify for matching bonus? Well, very simply, what you want to do is, you can see here, let's say you have bought in Jim, Anne, and Pete, okay? And therefore, they are your personal members that you've enrolled, and you're in a position now to receive, providing you are a 2-star rank, you're able to receive a 25% check bonus from them. So there's 2 ways to do it. Okay, you've either got to get through to the 2-star ranking yourself, which is to create 2x tribes or 2,000 overall volume points, or you simply come in and get started in FGXpress at the lateral pack of 519 or above and receive a 2-star ranking straight away, and therefore receive a 25% bonus straight away.
Can I tell you how I got to 2-star, Lee?
Tell me.
Yeah, I took the easy route. I just went for a lateral pack. Just seemed a lot easier.
That's exactly what I did, Jeremy. You know, what was the point? I wanted 25%. I knew that this product worked. Having done my test cases and so on before flying to Utah with you and doing our research, etc., we knew the product worked. We therefore knew anybody that was experiencing discomfort, or anybody that wanted to get into a business from home, that simply you can send a I said the word, a power strip out to somebody and tell them to stick it where it hurts, and know that they're then going to want more, is something I wanted to make sure I was maximizing the money from. So for me, I wasn't prepared to let 5 weeks go by for me to work up to a 2-star rank. I came in at the 1450 because of a number of reasons, but one of those reasons was exactly the same as yours, Jeremy, was to make sure I was getting 25% check match, which I will have on Friday in my bank again.
Yeah.
So the rank advance, well, very simply, as you move through the ranks, it's very simple. As you move from 1-star to 2-star to 3-star to 4-star, you'll see when you have a look at this, and this is in the back office as well, you start to receive a cash bonus, which you can see here. And these are very substantial. Look at this, guys. When you get to 3-star, there's a $500 one-time cash bonus. 4-star, a $1,000 cash bonus. 5-star, $2,000. And look at it when you get down here. All-star, when you reach that level, $25,000 cash bonus. That's a huge amount of money just for simply focusing on the simple thing. Find 4 people, help them to get 4. It's as simple as that. If you look at the big picture and try and take it all in at one time, it's very, very difficult. But if you focus on just getting 4 and simply duplicate it and duplicate it, teach and repeat, as it says on here, it becomes very, very easy. I bought 19 people, and I think roughly speaking in around about 2 or 3 days, that saw it, wanted to get involved, and they are now going out and bringing their 4 in, and suddenly the cup starts to overflow. So what should you do now? Well, I can't believe we're getting through these slides so well today. I had a look at this thinking, I've got to get through these bang on time, and I want to try and do it well within the hour. So what should you do now? Well, the most important thing for those of you that are here, and I know there's a lot of you ready to get started, is you've got to get off on the right foot, okay? Or the left foot, but the right foot. I think you know what I mean by that. And there are several options to choose from, but we're really only interested in 3 of them. The first one is the 2-pack. So if you're going to come in and you're really more of a consumer, or money really is desperately tight, you're going to run out of samples, I can tell you that. But if that's the only way you can get started, then come in on a 2-pack, because then you're sure of the 12% team bonus, and you're sure of being able to get your $200 every single month. Now, let me just emphasize, which I didn't cover at that time, that once you've got your 1,000 overall volume, i.e. that you've found 4 people who've gone out and got 4 and you've qualified for your 1,000 overall volume, you're going to receive that X-Tribe bonus every single month. That's $200, providing you're on at least a twin pack. That's $200 every month. And if you've got a twin pack going out every month, look at the figures. It's 139 going out. So my maths is never great, but if you have 200 coming in and you've got 139 going out, in fact, it's only 130. It's 65 plus 65, which is on your auto ship. It includes your shipping. You're actually $70 to the good to take the wife out to dinner. So every single month, once you've got your 4 who've gone and got their 4, providing they remain constant and you've got your 1,000 overall volume points, you're going to be $70 in profit straight away with your monthly auto ship. 2 packs come to you every month, so you've got more samples to give out, and you're making $70 to boot. Now, Jeremy came in here. He came in on the 10 pack. He needed plenty of samples to give to people, $519, and I'm going to tell you 9 very good reasons why you should be on either the lateral pack here for $519 or the 30 pack, $1,450 pack, which is at $1,450, which gives you 450 power strips. Now, these are the 3 that we would recommend you look at. More importantly, it should be the last 2, but if funds are tight, and I do get it, I understand that you know, they are different circumstances for everybody, but I'm going to show you some reasons why you need to look at the lateral packs if you can at all, and these reasons are about to change, so please listen up. Packs themselves, he says, with a sharp intake of breath. There are 15 power strips in each pack for a reason. It's to give you that month's supply. Now, if that's all you've got, 15 power strips, and you want to be a user yourself, well, that's your month's supply. So 1 pack is not going to be enough. You're going to need some to give away. So therefore, 2 packs plus is essential. We always give out 3 samples, as I said, and of course, on a twin pack, you're going to be qualified for your $200 X-Tribe bonus. In other words, 130 going out, 200 coming in, $70 to the good. And you're also qualified for your 12% team bonus. But if you are looking at this business opportunity seriously, then you do not want to be on a 2-pack. And let me tell you why. There are 9 very good reasons. And please jump in, Jeremy, at any point with this if you want to, just to reinforce this. First of all, reason number 1, you save a massive amount of money by buying in bulk. Bearing in mind, there's 0 risk here, guys. You're buying stock. If you needed to, you could always go back to your team member. If you said, look, life's changed. I've just won the lottery. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm sure they'll take the stock off your hands. But I don't want you to do that. I just want you to understand you're not putting money into a rev share and maybe kissing it goodbye and crossing your heart and hoping to die that, you know, the money's going to be safe. You're actually buying something tangible that we know works. So on the 519 pack, you save $130 in comparison to if you were buying single packs with free shipping and free samples. On the 1450 pack, you save $500 with free shipping and free samples. I don't know about you, Jeremy. There's nowhere in the world I was going to pay $500 more for the same amount of goods.
No, absolutely. And yeah, you just got to look at it as, and I'm going to reiterate this point again. If you are looking at it as a monthly bill, that's exactly what it's going to turn out to be. The only way that this will be a monthly bill is if you literally intend to join, order your stuff, and not do anything. Now, if you order your stuff and you decide that you go to work, not wait 3 days or wait a week, order your stuff and go to work and start looking at it as a marketing cost to create you profit, you will succeed. So, and I understand, and you obviously hit the nail on the head. Some people just possibly couldn't stretch to that, and that's a completely different situation. But if you can find any way of coming in at a minimum of 519, you have to do that if you're serious about your business. If you are just looking for something, a little bit of money on the side, to be able to take the wife or the husband out for dinner once a month or something like that, then that's fine. But if you want to look at this and see the opportunity in the same way we have, 519 is really where you need to be coming in.
I can tell you guys, this business alone will be life-changing for you if you get to grips with it. It's very simple. Find four who go out and find four and just help them work as a team together. That's why we're here every week. That's why we're introducing all some great new stuff that you're about to see. This thing is going to explode. There are people above us earning tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars per month from this business. And you can't do that if there was any one part of it broken, i.e. it didn't work or something like that. It is quite an outstanding product, and to have that in our hands, to be able to leverage and generate 5 streams of income, you'll see that it very, very quickly. It's difficult when you're just about to get in, thinking, well, how's this going to explode? But it does. You get 4, and you know, we'll talk about the right 4 and so on, but it very quickly starts to roll on. So second reason, you get a 25% check match instantly for coming in on the 519 or the 1450 pack. So think about that. The minute you then start sharing people, you're then going to start getting check match. Okay, you've got to make sure you've got one person on the left, one person in the right, and you're ranked as a 2-star affiliate. Rather than waiting to build 2x drives of 2,000 overall volume in points, you're instantly in and earning check match. You receive 25% therefore from everybody that you personally enroll. Number 3, and this is something that you've got to decide to act on now. I know I've got 3 or 4 people here, Gary who's looking at the business and David and so on at the moment. This is going to stop. So please listen up. And this, I don't think this will probably ever be back. You're going to be able to buy stock in the company, but this is being pulled. It could be any time now. We don't have a date on it. It certainly will be pulled before the global launch. But just try and get your head around this. If you come in at the 519 lateral pack, the company are going to give you a stock option for 1,000 shares. Now, a year ago, the shares were around about 10 cents a piece. 12 months down the line, they are now valued at about $1.68. So you've got a stock option for spending $519 and getting started that you could exercise and generate over $1,600 just in the stock that you will be allocated. Now, you've got to get to 4-star status, but you've got 6 months to do that. And I promise you, everybody that is in my team will be able to get to 4-star status with our assistance within 6 months really easily. So it's just a no-brainer. You're going to spend $519. Not only are you going to save money on shipping, we said there were 3 good reasons. Just take them back a second. You know, the first one, save money. Second one, check match 25%. Third one, now stock options. On the 1450 pack, you get 2,000 stock options on the same criteria. So one, you know,
can I just say, Lee?
Yeah.
Sorry, you know, we're network. Most people on this call, we're network marketers or online marketers. When have we even had the opportunity to get involved in a company that is publicly listed, let alone where they're actually prepared to give you shares and stock options within the company? I mean, it's unheard of. I mean, if that doesn't excite you, then nothing will.
And this is on the table today, guys. This is going to be withdrawn. They don't need to do it when they've got this many people coming. It's been put down as an offer for people coming in to support the company initially on the larger pack. Excuse me. So, you know, you need to just get your head around that. And I know there's a lot of people. There is some grace. You've got 30 days to upgrade your pack, but please don't take that as a reason not to do it today, because I can't tell you that this is going to be here in 30 days' time. This could be pulled tomorrow. They make a corporate decision. The stock options are gone. So from that point of view, I would urge you, if you can do it, and I've had a number of conversations, I've had so many people joining on the same pack that you did, Jeremy, or the 1450 pack, much less people have been joining on the twin pack purely because of this reason here, number 3. Number 4, you've got products then to use, sell, show, and demo. In other words, you can use them yourself. You can sell them to people if you want to. I wouldn't recommend doing that too often because you're going to be forever reordering at this rate. But you're going to need some to show people, physically show them in a packet, and then demonstrate it. You know, put them on them, or you make sure that they've put them on them. You've got to have stock to do that. As we said, if you've only got a twin pack, the problem is that you've only got enough to share with 10 people, and that's without you having any at all. Number 5, self-duplication. quite simply, people are going to listen and ask you, and they're going to say to Lee, you know, what did you do? How did you get started? Well, I joined on the 1450 pack because of these reasons, these 9 reasons. And we did a bit of a session on that last week. You don't need to be great at explaining them. Just say, look, there's 3 options. You can do this, this, or this. These are the reasons to do the latter 2. There are 9 of them. We urge you, and one thing Brad, our group leader at the top, who's been in the business for 3-4 months, has always said is try and get 75 samples out in 72 hours. Make a list and start to get them out to people that you know, because if only 25% of them come back, or you follow up and get 25% of them, that's over 6 people that you've got in your business instantly, just on 25%. And I know your success rate will be much higher than that. But being realistic, take 25% of those, 6 people in your business. You're well on your way. You're going to get fast start from all of those people straight away, paid on Friday. So, you know, you can start to see how important it is. You've got to have enough samples to give out. Whale food. Well, what do we mean by that? Well, very simply, you're going to need whale food, not the seal, it's the herring. You're going to need to be able, I think I had somebody in tears last week over that. You're going to need to have enough samples to go out and find this big fish, this whale, because these guys out there could have hundreds of people in their downline. They're not going to want you to send them a couple of power strips to try. They're going to want probably 2 packs of power strips. Now, you know, you're going to want those people involved, and you're going to want to be able to impress them for day one. How are you going to send a big player in the industry that's got 3,000 people below him? I'm not suggesting you give them enough strips for 3,000 people. I'm suggesting that you want to send them a couple of packs when you only bought 2 packs in the first place. You can't do it. Number 8, we have built 2 sales funnels, free sales funnels, which we're going to give you if you are above a twin pack. So those on lateral packs, the 519 or the 1450, we're going to give you 2 FGXpress sales funnels for you to use and to grow your business. Apologies if you can hear my dog barking in the background. I think somebody just knocked on the door. And I'm going to let you take a look at those, but those will be charged at $98 for those 2 to anybody that's on a single or twin pack. So there's reason number 8. Number 9, it's samples that you're buying. The 519 is not putting it into a rev share. It's not gambling with it. You're buying samples. You're buying stock. You can always sell them. You can always offload them if you wanted to. So it's 0 risk. So please, for your own benefit, make the right decision. Get involved if you can in any way, shape or form, in the same way that Jeremy and I did, and come in on the lateral packs, the 519 or the 1450. So what have we done to help you grow this? So you're sitting there thinking, well, I want in, I want to get started now, and some really exciting things. So bear with us. We're almost done. 9 minutes to go till the hour. What have we done to help you grow your business? Well, we've built and building 2 sales funnels. One is ready today as we speak. If you want it, in 2 hours time, it'll be yours. You'll be able to market it and you'll have people joining. The first one is geared at free samples, so you can start to advertise and market for keywords such as pain relief. This is the squeeze page, the capture page, the sales page, for want of a better word. People are encouraged to read it. They get to see a really cool testimonial little video about how the power strips have helped people with broken legs and so many different things. They put their name and email address in. They're taken through to Dr. Salcedo that we saw earlier on, where he explains how it works, the technology behind it, and they're encouraged then to go down and press the button at the bottom to order free samples. From there, this video will be improved, I can assure you, this week, but at the moment there's a thank you video, just a little intro from me saying thank you very much for ordering the strips, and then it goes into the business opportunity. So it's actually telling them thanks for ordering your free samples, but hey, when you get them, the chances are you're going to want to tell other people about it. And do you know what? You can make some money by doing that. So if they wish to scroll down at the end of that, they're encouraged to click the tell me more, and you know that takes them right into your very own back office where they can sign up and join instantly, either to buy product or to start in the business. So that's done. That's available now. The second one will be ready by Wednesday, which is the business opportunity. So it's going to be very similar to what you've seen here, but this page will be leading with the business opportunity rather than free samples, and it will be taking them likewise straight in to your back office to join your business. So those 2 are free of charge on the lateral packs for you. $49 each for each one of those if you're on a single or twin pack. And finally, Jeremy, the big news, the breakthrough news that we've got, and I hope you're going to love this, because this, we believe, is a game changer for all of us that want to make money online. We were unable with GoToMeeting to create a situation where you could visually see us rather than just listening to us, and that you could interact with chat, and also you could just simply give out a link, the same link every week to people. So just think about that for a moment. You don't have to wait for a link from us on, where are we going to be hosting a conference. You can now come in and create your own link for your business, and there'll be just one button that will be formatted for each business. So it'll just have an FGXpress button across the top, and you will have your own link that you create. We send you to a website, you put your username in, you create your link, you send it out to everybody. This week, next month, it's the same link. And do you know what happens? When they click on it to watch, they see the presentation that you see here, hopefully a better picture of that than me, but they'll watch the presentation underneath. And do you know what we're going to be doing? We're going to be saying to them, right, get started now. Click the button above. Click the button above. There will be only one button above, which will be the FGXpress button. They'll click it and they will go straight into your business. I love that,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I say, Lee, just really excited about this, because this is the thing. It's like whatever product it is, whatever product you've got for sale or anything else, people will always buy when their desire is the highest. And normally what happens, you send people to these webinars and they leave the webinar. There's no way for them to sign up when their desire is at the highest level. So what happens, they then go to work the next day, life gets in the way, and whatever gets in the way, they don't actually end up joining the business. So this is going to be so fantastic for you, to help you guys grow your business. Like Lee said, it's going to give you the consistency, because it's going to be the same link every week that you can be sending to your people, to your guys, and to know that they can sign up with a push of a button whilst their desire is the highest. And we know, and a lot of you guys say to us, you're not the best sales guys. Some of you don't even like speaking to people on the phone. You haven't got to be a great salesperson. All you need to do is you need to be able to master the invitation. You can just invite people to these webinars, get them on the webinars. Myself and Lee will do the rest. It really is as simple as that, and I think it's going to be a massive help for your business. I'm going to have a little bit of a moan at people now, because we all know how important it is to build your list and then build a rapport with that list. Now, one of the things you're going to need to be doing is you're going to be needing to make sure that you are inviting people to these webinars. Now, as you guys know, obviously when we give you sales funnels, I often go in and test it, and Lee goes in and tests it to make sure that it's all working properly and everything else for you. What I tend to do, I don't often unsubscribe from the list. I generally go in and I kind of, so most of you that have got sales funnels from us in the past, I'm on your list. So I know how often you're broadcasting to your list. And some of you, I'd say the majority of you are not broadcasting at all. It's just the autoresponder messages that we've sent out that go out. You've got to be broadcasting to your list as well. Customers generally know the difference between an autoresponder message and something that you've personally sent them. You need to be doing it more, and hopefully now, when we've got this fantastic tool for you to use, it's something that you can actually make a ritual. If you just do one thing in your business, if you make sure that you're building your list and then broadcasting to them and sending them to this webinar.
Well, we're going to have a 7-day challenge, Jeremy, and I'm sorry to move you on, but because obviously time is short, but we're going to have a 7-day challenge for everybody. What we're going to do is we're going to be putting a link out tomorrow in the Facebook group where you can go sign up to this system. You can create your own link for FGXpress, your own personal link, and what I want you to here's a pledge. Bottom line is I can't manage you, I can't control you, but I want you to make a decision to go out and send an email out every single day for the next 7 days to get people to this event. That link that you're going to create yourself will be the event. The time will be the same, 12 noon PST, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. UK, 9 p.m. Central European Time, and send them out a message every single day. Make it exciting. You've got to take a look at this. I'm now involved in the business. Whatever you need to do, Just think out. We're going to be doing some swipe copy. Jeremy and I will be doing our own. We're going to do it as well. We're not here to preach something and not follow through. We're going to be hitting our lists 7 days continually, possibly even twice a day, to get them to next week's webinar. And the challenge is I want to see over 100 people on that webinar next week. And just think how easy this is. All you've got to do, and you can do them all in one go. If you've got Pure Leverage or an autoresponder like that, especially with the sales funnels we've got in Pure Leverage, you can sit and write those emails and do them back to back. It might take you an hour and a half to do them. They don't need to be chapter and verse with your link in it. Write them all and you program them to go out at a set time each day. You don't even have to be there to do it. Once you've done it, it's done. And if you're sending those out 7 in a row, back to back, you will get a result. If you haven't got a big list yet, use your telephone, use your mobile, send them text messages, go to Facebook, private message all your friends, tell them to be here on this link. You've got to take a look at this. Make a decision to do this 7-day challenge today. And I promise you, if you do that and you get into the business at the right level today, come in at 2-star. If you can do it at all, 519 or above, you'll have then people joining because they're going to be in a position on next week's webinar to simply, on your own link you've created, we're going to be saying to them, right, please click the link now, join now, get started now. And they're going to be able to come straight in to your business, signed up, and you'll just be able to go into your back office and see that you've got new members that have just joined. One thing to tell you very quickly before we go to questions is that Jeremy and I were invited to go and fly in with Linda Helen and various other people to look at an event which was basically exposing us to FGXpress. We were very lucky to hear from the likes of Dr. Salcido. He'll be there live. There is another and the final live event before the Las Vegas launch of FGXpress globally. This takes place on Wednesday the 19th. The times are there. That's about 4:30 in the afternoon for UK, 5:30 European time. You can stream it from that link at the bottom. This is a live event. You're going to see what we went and saw. They're going to be presenting to probably over 100 people. They're going to go through the business. The doctors are there. It's outstanding. You want to log in to that wherever possible. And just absorb some of that's going on. And you'll see Ron Williams, and he'll talk to you, very, very humble man with a very moving story, which brought him to this place that he's in now. So do try and log in on that link at the bottom. Take a screenshot now if you need it, because I shall move on. Jeremy, let's go to questions.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan,
okay.
Stan.
Yeah. Okay. Any idea? Helen says, "Hi, Helen. I'm glad you got my email. Any idea if this works on replacement knees?" Well, it works on pain. So anybody that's experiencing any kind of muscle pain, anything like that, it should work. But Helen, if you drop us, I know you're in my group anyway. If you drop me a personal message, I'll send you out some samples, so so that you can try it out.
Steve has asked about the monthly subscription, guys. The important thing to get across, and it does come up week after week after week. Your initial purchase has got nothing to do with your monthly subscription. Your monthly subscription is simply a twin pack at $130. I think I made that clear in there because you've got 130 going out. You'll have 200 coming in once you've got your X-Tribe formed. You're $70 in profit. If you're going to start on a 519, you don't want to be having 519 sent to you every month until your business is growing. If you need those sort of numbers, then of course your business is doing extremely well. You can buy more at any time, of course. Pam Cobb, hi Pam, great to see that you're here. Thanks for tuning in. Pam, do you have to pay more to get shares? No, you just simply come in at 519 or the 1450. I came in at the 1450. My main reason, Pam, I can tell you, is because I wanted the 2,000 shares. They're already valued at 168. They are going up. They are not going down. So it has been, and I'm not a broker, it has been talked about that it would be very surprising to see them less than $20 within the next 12 months. But that's not me offering brokerage advice. That's just some information that we've had passed back down the line. And if you think about that, you spend $14.50 today, get 2,000 shares. They're worth $3,200 today. Obviously, that's the option that you're going to be exercising. You've got to make sure, obviously, you get to 4-star with them. But that's $20 at 2,000 shares. That's a lot of money. That's 40 grand in share value. In 6 months' time or sooner. A lot of dosh. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Paul Chapman says you don't need an auto ship if you come in on the 1450 level for 5 months. This is a fact and verified yesterday. Correct, you don't have to set up an auto ship. That's right. Paul's absolutely right. You don't need to make a separate auto ship. Your auto ship is all paid for. That really should be reason number 10, Paul. So thanks for that point. Your auto ship is included for 5 months, in the 1450 pack. So you can do the maths on that as well. Will this hangout work? Click the button to join whatever business. Yes, we're here to talk about FGXpress, Steve. Does this system work only for extra? No, it works for all businesses. Cost investment seems to be high. Not quite sure where you're getting that from.
Well, can I just cut in there? You're looking at it as a bill. The minute you look at it as a bill, it will be a bill. So if you're looking at a bill, whether it's $5, $500, $5,000, you're destined to fail. And I'm just being honest. If you're looking at it as an opportunity for you to be able to make some serious money, that's what you need to be looking at. Where can you start a business aligning with a publicly listed company for $519?
Yeah, well, let me tell you, Shazad. Let me just tell you what my aspirations are, and this is by no means typical. I expect to be earning within FGXpress. I expect to be earning somewhere in the region of $40,000 to $50,000 a month comfortably within a short period of time. That's the vision I have for the company. That's the vision I have for my plan. I've got a blueprint to tell me how to get there. We're going to share it with you, and I don't think that cost is high with regards to the investment. It's down to what you want to get out of it. We're an open book. We're going to tell you what we're doing. All you got to do is copy it. If you copy it, you're going to get the same results. We say that time and time again. Okay.
By the way, Shazad, if you're trying to get a discount, it's one price for everybody. So,
there you go.
Just in case.
Just keep going through. Auto ship. There is no monthly marketing. Auto ship each month for 6 months. No marketing auto ship or anything like that. Just simply getting product through. But if you're on 1450, then everything else is free. You just join. Just to recap, $12 in annual memberships, like joining Costco. You then buy your package. Obviously, we've explained those 9 reasons, possibly now 10, as to why you should be looking at the lateral packs because of the share options that are there, plus all the other reasons that we've outlined. Shazad said, I'm an accountant, a discount would be good. Yep, you're having a giraffe, Shazad. Okay. In how long, says Pam? Well, Pam, I don't want you to take that cast in stone. I mean, I'm looking at mine probably within 6 months, but I'm going to do what I do. You know what I do. I've got various things. I'm looking at 7 streams of marketing for this. 2 or 3 of them are already ready. One of them includes Facebook. We've had fan pages built, all sorts of clever stuff within those. They're ready. That's 3 done. We're going to have another 4 bolted onto those, and we're going to be running them simultaneously. Because when you've got a product that works 100% of the time on everybody, then this is a very rare opportunity that we've got. And even if you're just not a great network marketer, but simply know a few people that are struggling with pain, or some doctors' practices or chiropractors or osteopaths that you can share this with, Dr. Gonzalez is now got 100% of his patients. He's a chiropractor who I met in Utah. 100% of his patients are on power strips. He's a doctor. He obviously manipulates the body, puts people's joints back into place, etc. But 100% of his patients are on them. Does that tell you something? Do they work? Am I getting my point across? Okay, calm down, Lee. Calm down. It's your birthday.
Yes, you are.
Good. Okay, guys, please get in touch with the person that's invited you here straight afterwards. We rattled through this. I'm sorry it was rushed. It is recorded. There was a lot of information to get through. The things I just want to bring back up, I'm just going to very quickly put my screen back on for you in case you didn't make a note of it, is that one of them right here is obviously the call on the 19th. This is live streaming from the event in Utah. So make a note of that now if you can. You can go onto that link. It starts 4:30 in the UK, 5:30 Europe, 8:30 PST. The others are on there that you can see. What I would urge you to do is please, let's speak now. Let's get you involved. Let's get you in. This is not a closing pitch, and we had this in another business very recently, and I'm not going to mention the name of the business. We're here to talk about FGXpress, but we had people going spare because they missed out on a deal because the company pulled it. This is not a sales pitch. They do not need to offer you stock options, okay? Not with 20,000 people joining a month. That's a lot of stock to give out. How long do you think they're going to let that run for? So entirely up to you. Fully understand it if that isn't an option that's on the table for you because of financial restrictions. If it is, then I urge you that's where you need to be. That's not because we're telling you to do something different than we did. That's what Jeremy and I have both done, and most of the people that are coming in and joining us wherever possible. Please don't be embarrassed. If you cannot, what I would suggest you do is let us help you get in from a twin pack and try and upgrade as quickly as possible. You've got 30 days to upgrade to the package that you ideally want. We'll help you get there. Jeremy, final words from you.
No, just do it. Just that's what my partner says to me when I tell her about all. She said, just do it. You know, and I think there's a very, very good video, and it is just about getting in, taking action, and just getting it done. It's really, really simple. Like you said, just the last word from me is, if you can't manage the 519 lateral pack and you're coming at the 139 double pack, get your double pack, get your samples out, obviously get your 4 people in, and before you know it, you'll be able to upgrade to the lateral pack very easily within 30 days. It's just a case of taking action. We're doing everything we can as usual to make sure that you've got all the tools. The rest of it is just down to you guys, just to put that extra 10, 20, 30% in just to make it happen.
Fantastic. That's great, guys. Speak to your inviter, please, straight after this. Get in touch with them. Get started ASAP. Happy to take any calls, any advice that you want. We're here for you, as always, all the time. With regards to support, this is a team game. This is very different. This is where we help one another. And you can talk to anybody. We've got a great Skype group. Anybody there that you want to, you'll see that's exactly what's going on at the moment. And please remember, tomorrow, look in the Facebook group for the link that you can go to sign up for the system that we've just explained to you, the webinar conferencing system, where you'll be given one link that you can send out and use every single week. Same link for people to simply click one button when we ask them to and join your business. That is not available anywhere else in any other business. Thanks for tuning in.